Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Hopefully everyone is doing well. For today's video, I would like to film my updated small leather good collection. It's not a very big collection by any means, but I feel like since I have filmed this a couple of years ago, there have been some that are no longer in my collection and some that were actually added. So I figured that I want to do an updated one. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I want to preface this video by saying that I think for the most part you'll figure out or you'll find out which one is my favorite fashion house when it comes to leather goods, or small leather goods anyway, because I have a lot of them and I love all of my small leather goods. There are some that I do use more often than others, and I guess it just so happened that I don't know, for my lifestyle it just worked that way. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump right in. So we're gonna start with my favorite fashion house. It's gonna be Louis Vuitton, and we're just gonna do this without, you know, in any particular order, so just whichever I grab. But we're gonna start with my favorite one, my favorite. So this is going to be the I'm gonna grab all of them because I do have a few, and it shows you that I do like this one very much. Okay, so can you guess what it is? It is the key pouch in many different colors. So it's the original size. So my original one was actually this one right here. This is my very first key pouch or pochette clay that I have gotten from the fashion house. And since then I have accumulated quite a bit. So I have the Damier Ebene print. I have the Damier Graphite. I have the leather. What is this? This is they're pretty. I'm blanking out, but this is the leather version in Empreinte. This is the Empreinte leather in black, and this is my latest one. Actually, not my latest. This and this are the latest ones. So anyway, I'll talk about this one in a sec. But yes, this is the Murakami one, 20th anniversary edition, and this is the one that just came out sometime in January. And I haven't actually had a chance to rotate into this because I have been using my smaller, the bigger size one more for just like work and going out. But anyway, why I like this piece so much is because it's just really versatile. There's a lot of different use, and I think it has something to do with, of course, the size. It's not really big, but although you can kind of like see as far as, you know, different materials, they have pretty even size for the most part, with the exception of the Murakami one, which is a little bit on the fatter side. And I would like to say that the canvas on this is definitely a lot stiffer than the regular canvas from Louis Vuitton. As far as what fits inside, like I said, haven't gotten around to using this, so I don't know if it will fit the same amount, but it should be because it's pretty much like the same dimension with the exception of, you know, the thicker width. But I think it's just because of the leather, it's a little bit stiff. But yes, this right here, the the key clay or pochette clay or key pouch from Louis Vuitton. That's my favorite SLG. So when I found out that my favorite SLG was coming out in 3 new different sizes, I was like, yes, let me I want to get all of them, obviously. But I did not get the biggest one. However, I do have the key pouch small and the key pouch medium, and there's quite a big difference between the two. So you can actually almost fit, like if you put it right here, so one, I feel like the medium size can fit, like it's almost like more than two small pouch. So, but yeah, this is the one that I have been using a lot more since I've gotten it, and so it's very similar to the original. The only difference is it's much bigger. like size wise. So this is the original key pouch, and now this is the small key pouch, and you can just fit a lot more in this. So open, I think that I still have my stuff in here, but I pretty much put my cards, my receipts, you know, other stuff like coins. If you have coins, it can fit a ton. And so I know from memory that this one can fit at least 10 cards pretty easily, no problem. It doesn't bulk up. This one can even fit more than that. This has a big compartment and a little small pocket just for like cards or bills or whatnot. It still has that same key ring that you will find in the original size. So it's just really handy, and I really love this size. I want to say if this is my favorite, this one is maybe, actually this one might even top this. So my favorite, my next favorite, but overall the shape of it I like the most. And then of course I did get the medium size as well, again, because I haven't really been you know, I haven't had to use this outside of my house. I've been just going to like work, and I don't really have a need for this when I go to work. When I got this one, I want to say that in my head I was thinking of using this more for travel documents, but really you can put anything in here: pens, pads, papers, whatever it, you name it. Passports for sure. So it's again pretty just like one compartment with one slip pocket right there, which can fit a ton more. And this is really cute because it's really just like, it looks just like the original again with the D-ring and everything. It's just much bigger size, which I think is really adorable. I don't actually have the monogram in the the original size, so I think having the two bigger ones kind of like make up for that. What I wish I had gotten when it was still available was the Damier Azur in this, so that I could have completed the trifecta, at least in the color. But I know that you can get them pre-loved. I'm just really not a fan of getting pre-loved, because even though there are a lot of like reputable sellers out there, you just never know. There are so many counterfeit items, and they look scarily so good that even some authenticators will, you know, deem it authentic even though it's fake. So I just avoid that overall by avoiding pre-love market. I know a lot of people really do like pre-love market, and there's so many reputable websites, but just for me, just my personal peace of mind, I kind of avoid that. But yeah, so yeah, I kind of missed out on the white one, but it's okay. But anyway, so this is the medium size, again still with the D-ring and everything. It's just really cute. I don't know why I love this pouch so much. I think it's because it's really skinny, so it can fit in a lot of like purses, and it's, I don't know, it's just versatile with the zipper and everything. It's pretty secure. So yeah. All right, so moving on to the next one. This right here is one of my oldest pieces from, again, Louis Vuitton. So this is the mini pochette. I got this back in 2000, I want to say 2017, if not 16, back when it was still $310. I think now it is upwards of 700 if I'm not mistaken. So this is the just a regular monogram. You can see right here a golden honey patina tab. It says made in France. If you open it, has my little stuff. So this is what I use for my catch-all. I don't really have a lot in here though. So, but again, you can really use it for anything, wallet, cards, whatnot. And it's a lot thicker than the key pouch. So in theory, you can definitely fit a lot more stuff in this one right here. But that also kind of like makes it not as, I don't want to say compact, but this one can fit in a lot more smaller stuff. Like this one can fit in more in smaller purses, versus this one still can fit in smaller purses, but because of the width, it will definitely take up a lot more space. However, I do like this guy a lot. The only thing is the inside is not wipeable. So if you spill something in here, you're out of luck unless I don't know how to clean it inside. I tend to like not really put any stuff that can potentially spill, or if I do, like for example having this right here, making sure that it's capped pretty securely or tightly and it doesn't like, you know, it won't leak or anything like that, or like an eye drop, making sure that it's just like closed, right, to avoid any unnecessary issue. But yeah, this one has a little attachment. I don't know what to call this. It's not a D-ring. It's like a little thingy that you can attach to, I guess, your purses too. So inside like your purse, if you have like a hook, you can attach it so you can kind of like have it inside. Or the way I would use it, it's just like this. I'd never really use it for like a mini handbag. This is definitely not my style, but I know some people have done it. You can. It's really cute. It's like a micro bag. Not a fan of micro bag because there's not really a lot of stuff I can fit in it. But anyway, this is the mini pochette. So the next one is gonna be this one right here. So this is the newer release toiletry pouch. This is the toiletry pouch trio because there's 3 in here. So this is the biggest one, which is the size 27, I want to say. It's right here. And then inside, they're like stacking Russian dolls. On the inside, you have the Toiletry 19. So the difference between this one also and the original one when it first released was this one has more, it's colored, different colors inside, versus the classic one only had like beige before they, you know, did other variations of it. So this is the 15, or no, this is the 19. And then again, on the inside, if you open it, you can find the smallest, the baby. And this one has a red interior. And then this one is the Toiletry 15, which is the smallest of the 3. And this one has a fuchsia interior. I have used this one not as much as this right here. Just because, I don't know, I'm not really very good at switching out my stuff. Let's just put it that way. I think it's part laziness, part just, I don't know, I don't know, I'm just like, I forget. So I have definitely a lot of small leather goods, and in my head whenever I buy them, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good one for this purpose and that purpose, but then I never really get to change into it. So as you can see, right, this one right here is the oldest one, almost one of the oldest ones that I have, and you can see the big difference between the tab collar. So this one is almost like, it's still new. I barely have used it, so you can see the difference between the color. I don't treat my leathers or anything like that, so this is as natural as it gets right here. Okay. Again, the 3 toiletry pouches. There you go. The Toiletry Pouch 3. One of my favorites, but least used. Not because I don't like them, but I almost feel like I like them so much I don't want to use them. Which is just silly. Okay. The next one is going to be this. This is very similar to, actually it is the same exact shape. It's just a lot smaller than the smallest toiletry pouch. I forgot the name of this one. This is technically from the men's line. But when I saw this is a card holder slash catch-all slash wallet. You know, there's a lot of use for it. But when I saw this, I was like, that is so darn cute. If this is the baby, this is even the baby, the most baby of them all. So this is like the baby brother of the baby toiletry pouch. Same thing, you have the tabs, the zipper pull right here. It says, oh, sorry, right here. So this one is a treated leather, and this one is not. This one is from the men's collection. It's one full canvas, one continuous canvas. This piece is made in Italy. It's right there. And then really it's pretty much it. It still has a D-ring, so very similar to like a key pouch almost. But this one can even fit a lot more cards because it's got a thicker width compared to this guy right here. Very, very comparable in size, but this one is definitely a lot bigger or thicker, so you can put a lot more items that are a little bit, you know, bigger in size. I want to say Voyage something is the name of it. Voyage Key Clay maybe. But yeah, I like it. Okay. All right. So next is going to be this one right here. So this one is my very first Rosalie coin purse in the Murakami 20th edition, 20th anniversary edition. Again, haven't had a chance to actually switch into it because I have been just really going to work and I don't really have any use to change into other stuff. But it's almost like it's so pretty, I don't want to use it kind of thing. But I'm not like that. Like normally when I buy something, I buy it because I have the intention of using it. But I think, I don't know, it's just so it's too pretty and I almost don't want to use it to kind of like keep it pristine. And it's so hard to find now. You cannot buy this from Louis Vuitton's website anymore. It's always out of stock. It's been out of stock actually. I was lucky to get this because I had pre-ordered this from my CA when he was still with the company. But now, yeah, I can't really find that. But yeah, this one doesn't have a back pocket, so it's very similar to the original one. The monogram reverse has a back pocket, which I know a lot of people didn't really like. So I guess this one, they kept it a lot more simple, very similar to the original one. And this one has the white multicolor, and it's got like the little monograms right here. So yeah, I'm just really happy that I have this and the other Murakami, because these pieces are just so hard to get. I have a white one and a black one, and I think that's enough. You know, let's not get too crazy. Okay. All right, and then I have this guy right here. So this one is my one and only pocket organizer in monogram, but in white. Now I know that the white piece right here with monogram is canvas, and then when you flip, you actually will see this one right here, and this is a leather. It's a leather piece, and then when you open it, these are all leathers. And so I have mine stamped with my initial right here, and this one you can fit quite a bit of cards pretty decently, and it also it can keep its shape pretty good. I don't really have a lot of white stuff because I know that especially with like small leather goods, they tend to get color transfers, or you can see the dirt a lot more. This one is actually not too bad, but dirt usually will drive me crazy, so I tend to avoid lighter pieces. Okay, so the next one is going to be one of my, I don't want to say least use, because I use it, but I feel like I only use it whenever we travel, and that is the passport holder. So as my passport, the only thing is that whenever we go to the airport, we always have to take our passports out anyway. We give it to them, so this is almost like not really a useless purchase, because you can also use it as a wallet, but I don't know, it's like it's unnecessary. But are any of this really necessary? No. So, you know. Anyway, when you open it, it's like that. It's got two slip pockets. Has like pockets for cards too, this and this. So you can put a lot more stuff. So really, you can use it as a wallet. There's no one telling you that you can't. And this one, I had it monogrammed, my initials right here. A lot of Louis Vuitton's pieces, as long as it's leather, you can actually put your initials, or you can put any other stuff. Like some stores have like exclusive stamp that you can hot stamp, and you can definitely do that. And I think I want to do that with this one, because I think someone told me, maybe one of the client advisors from somewhere, that if you bring your passport holder, you can get it stamp different logos from different stores. So we'll do that. or at least we'll try to. Okay, so next is gonna be this one right here, and this is my Kirigami pochette in monogram. This one came out a few years ago, and ever since then they've done a couple of like variations. So some leather, all leather, some prints and stuff. But I like that I've gotten the original monogram color in brown because I don't have enough of them. So same with the toiletry pouch. This comes in 3 stacking / nesting wallet inside, and they all have different insides, which is really cute. I want to say is the big one is that, I think that's, yeah, it is the same. So hold on. So the biggest toiletry pouch has a pink interior, and this one also has a pink interior. So the biggest ones have pink interiors, and then the medium size one is red, and this one is also red. And then the last one, the smallest, is fuchsia, and this one is also fuchsia. It's a little bit of a different shade, but one is like almost burgundy, the other one is like definitely fuchsia. But I did not realize that, or maybe I did, I just don't remember that I did. But I think that was pretty neat. So anyway, so this guy right here, pretty cool. I have used the smallest one a bit for cards because the size of it is perfect for cards. So this is another card holder that I use in rotation. This one I use a lot more for our passport. So if I'm not using the passport holder to hold my passport, I use this one to hold all 4 of our passports, because you just open it, you take everything out, and then that's kind of pretty much it. And you know, you can definitely use this for a lot of other stuff, but I think so far I've only used it for our passports. And then this biggest one, a lot bigger. You can put a lot more document. Pens will fit in it. You can put other stuff. So, you know, I don't know. I just love my SLGs. I am such an SLG person that I could probably live with just like one bag, like one purse, and have a lot of SLG. If I have to choose between the two, I just love them so much. I like the versatility of it. All right, so I think there's 2 more. I think I have 2 more from Louis Vuitton, and then we'll move on to other fashion house. So the last 2, which don't really know if I can categorize it. I guess it can be either or. Some people use it as a small leather good. I use it more for a purse, but I guess we'll just include it anyway. And I'm talking about the pochette accessoire monogram and damier azur. This is the only damier azur piece that I have in my collection, and I think the reason why I avoid damier azur so much is because of color transfer, and I just don't like it to be so finicky. So anyway, I have these 2 right here. This one is what I'm using currently, and so when you open it, it has a big compartment, has a little compartment right here, and you can put your cards and whatnot. And they both come with this type of strap, so you can use it more for like a you know, a shoulder. Really easy to carry. This one, and if I'm not using it, I usually am storing it with something inside, like a stuffing, to kind of like keep its shape a little bit more. So I have had the white one first. I got the white one first, and then I got the monogram a lot later. And as far as like the tab, there's a bit of a difference, I think. Which is weird, because I guess I used my guess I use this one a lot more because this one is still lighter. This also has, I feel like it's like a softer canvas versus this one is a stiffer canvas. But stuff, and you know, shape-wise, size-wise, they are the same. I can fit my iPhone 14 Pro Max, no problem. And then I can still fit my key pouch, the small one, and some other stuff, no problem. So probably one of my favorite small purses, as I categorize this as a purse. And it's just really easy to carry. All right, so I think that is it for Louis Vuitton for me. I don't have a lot left. I have some other stuff from other fashion houses, but we'll go over them really quickly. The next one is from my one and only Hermes. It is just the I forgot the name of it. Is it Calvi? I think it's Calvi. I got this when we went to Japan, and they didn't have a lot of colors to choose from, but this is one of them. And I think I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll go for red. I don't really have a lot of like red stuff. I don't like red very much in clothes and purses. The only red that I have is actually my car. I don't mind having a red car, and actually love red cars, but for any other accessories, I don't. So this is my only red. And so far it's been good. I've used it quite a bit. I don't really see any like dirt or anything like that. So it's really just one piece of leather that they've folded together, and it snaps, and then it's just pretty easy. So you can put cards on either side, and it's super duper light. But yeah, the only Hermes item that I have in my possession, in my collection. All right, so moving on to Chanel, I have 4. And so my very first Chanel piece was this guy right here. This is the classic flap card holder, and it looks like the classic flap, and it's just basically it's a snap card holder, and there's one interior, one big interior, and one small interior right there, no pockets. So this is the original design, and then they re-released it a few years ago, same front, but the back has a back pocket, which I know a lot of people like. However, the quality of this right here is just so much better, and that's why I think a lot of people are saying that Chanel's quality have gone downhill. It's been going downhill. I don't know if it'll ever change to how it was before, but this one I've gotten when we went to Chicago back in 2017, I think, or 18, and you can just see the puffiness and feel the puffiness and the thickness of the leather. And it's just, and we don't have to worry about unevenness and crookedness on the flap. This one right here feels a little bit different. It feels more like it feels thicker. It's not really puffier per se, but it feels thicker. This one, it's pretty even also, although I have seen some where it's like a little bit like lopsided, and yeah, I don't know. I guess that's just Chanel now. I don't know. Anyway, you open it again, small compartment, big compartment, and then just one small compartment, and again the addition of the back compartment. Okay, so pretty good, pretty classic when it comes to Chanel. And then this one right here is a zip coin purse. Zip coin, yeah, zip coin, because it's zips, and then it's got like an accordion style. Really cool because you can fit a lot more cards in here. You can also fit coins if you want. I don't really carry coins, but because it's a zip, you can pretty much do that pretty safely. And the zipper is pretty smooth. I can't tell. I want to say this is champagne gold hardware because I don't think I have a silver. Doesn't look silver to me anyway. And this one has a back pocket too, so really handy with, you know, if you have license or a card that you use a lot, you can just put it right here, so you don't have to keep opening and closing it. Okay, and then the last one is this one right here. So this is one of my favorites from Chanel. And does this look familiar at all? Like, why is it familiar? It's familiar because my favorite SLG is this one right here. So this obviously came out first. This is called the mini O-Case mini pouch from Chanel. This one is the small key pouch from Louis Vuitton. This is new, so I'm pretty sure when they were making this, they kind of like have this little guy in mind because they know that this is pretty popular. I would have gotten a lot more of this, but the thing is they don't really make a lot of a neutral color of this in for, you know, whenever they release a new collection. And the leather of this one compared to the black one, the black flap, such a big difference in just like feel and look. So they're both in caviar. But you can see the caviar is like, this one has bigger pebbles. This one is small. This one is like not as puffy, not as sturdy. This one is very sturdy. So I know that leathers can vary depending on the season, but I just like this one so much better as compared to like the feel of this, but I like the shape of this one a lot. Pretty simple. You open it. There's just one big compartment inside. It's not big enough to actually have another small pocket, but it's fine. I used it quite a bit and I like it because it's pretty big. You can put a lot of cards, receipts and whatnot, and it's just really easy, and that's why I really like this shape. So I'd like to add another one, another neutral color, maybe a gray, because I don't really have a gray in my collection from Chanel. So we'll see, but it's pretty neat because it's even got, it has that C Chanel logo right there. Pretty simple leather tab. I like this. The last one that I have is actually this one right here, and this is from Saint Laurent in flat card holder with gold hardware and caviar. This is something that I don't really use. I think actually this is new still. I'm not a fan. I don't know why I bought this when I bought it, but it was too late to return when I realized that I still have it. The color is amazing. But reason why I don't use this as often, or I haven't used it actually, is because it's just small. I guess it's really good for if you're going compact, but you can only fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. I mean, 6 cards is a lot, but it just doesn't fit quite a bit as, you know, my other ones, like this one right here. So even if this is small, you can fit so much in here versus this one, not so much. So the quality of the leather though is great. It's amazing. Now, given I haven't really used it, but it's very thick. It's like, you know, YSL's leather is just so good. And I know that because I do have quite a few YSL, or had a few YSL anyway. And I really like their quality. So flat card holder from YSL, really good. I don't use it anymore though. All right, so I think we have gotten to the end of it. Thank you all so much for tuning into this video. If you are still with me here at the very end, if you have any questions with anything that I have shown you guys today, please leave a comment down below. And if you are not already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel so that you get notified whenever I upload a new video, which is not as often, but I'm trying to change that. Again, if you have any questions, comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Stay safe. Bye-bye.